You too, Samsung family, what up? I know I've been gone for quite a minute, but we have approximately 6 months later look at the Z Fold 7. I was grateful to have gotten my hands on the Z Fold 7 this year when I did, and I am grateful to have experienced the Z Fold 7 in its new form. You know, as you guys may know, if you don't know, this thing is slimmer than ever. I was just at an event and there was other creators there, and a lot of them had not seen this device in hand. Some of them were Z Fold owners, like Z Fold 5, Z Fold 6, so I instantly whipped it out and put it in their hands. Now, I'm not responsible. This is my disclaimer. If any of those people run out and get a Z Fold 7 afterwards, but hey, I just had to let them see and feel this phenomenal new era of Z Fold. And this phone right here is easily first place runner for phone of the year, man. I don't know, it's gonna be a lot to pull me up out of it. I'm not even gonna lie though. You know, my everyday carry is 2 phones, and this is my duo that I'm rolling with. But you guys know, one phone that's been consistent since I've gotten it is the Z Fold 7, and I'm running my business fully out of this thing completely. This has been the best year for me business-wise. Not saying that it's due to me having a Z Fold 7, but being able to have a productive beast like this, and that's like what this thing is intended for. It's intended for power users, large screen and display lovers, as well as Z Fold enthusiasts. This technology right here, this is the next, step in mobile smartphone technology as of right now. The glass sandwich, this right here, plateaued 100%. There's nothing that this could do that could compete with this from a technology or innovative perspective when you look at the reality of what this is. How slim it is, the weight that it is, the overall package, what this thing delivers on, top tier. And I've been using it every single day since I got it. So let me break that down to you guys. So months later, I love to do these videos, especially when it's like a nice long term. Like, I'm not on the one and done or the 2 videos and I'm out, or I got it and then I return it at the return period, all that stuff. Listen, I like to use these devices because this is the true clutch moment. Is the battery still what it was when I first got it? Is after the honeymoon phase, am I still a Z Fold 7 enthusiast? Those are the questions. Ever struggle to find the perfect video clip or music track without breaking the bank? I used to spend hours searching multiple sites only to face shocking licensing fees later. Then I discovered Storyblocks, today's video partner, and it completely transformed my creative workflow. You see, Storyblocks is a game-changing stock media platform that offers unlimited downloads of high-quality content for one predictable subscription price. We're talking thousands of 4K videos, HD footage, music tracks, sound effects, images, and customizable templates all in one place with no hidden fees or surprise charges. Now, what sets Storyblocks apart is their authentic content library. Instead of generic stock footage, you get unique media created by real artists worldwide. Also, the licensing is crystal clear too. Everything you download is 100% royalty free and pre-licensed. Now, to get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head on over to storyblocks.com/CJKnowsTech or check the description below. Also, like, what are the things that I see as beneficial for Samsung to make improvements for the next iteration? I'm gonna tell you the first one right here. I like to get straight into my petty cons right off the bat, but from this angle right here, you guys can always see my light reflecting off of the screen, and that's been one of my critiques, is the anti-reflective that we have, that I added to the front screen right here. But if you guys take a look, if I lean this over and I get the screen in there, this has that Samsung anti-reflective goodness on deck. I put that screen protector or that screen film on, and this gives me that anti-reflective goodness that I know Samsung for, and I just don't get that here. It's not like a deal breaker, but it would be absolutely nice if they could create the technology or coat this, overlay, because there's a little, I don't know if it's like a factory screen protector. Let's get anti-reflective on that, Samsung, for the next one. That's gonna be top tier. Now, another slight con for some people, it's not for everyone. I see a lot of people who are enjoying the battery and the battery delivery, me, myself, especially with the new Snapdragon efficiencies, with the Snapdragon 8 Elite and whatnot, but it could always be better. Who's gonna argue with better and longer battery? Not me. And I know you won't, especially when you got devices out there like this, which is just the battery king. I throw that in there. I mean, hey, Samsung, nice, put your swords back, chill, calm down. I don't mean to ruffle any feathers. This is a different beast, a different area. This has 2 screens. So come on, let's keep it real. But look how slim this thing is. And, you know, larger battery for a lot of people would be, you know, the way to go. I don't want to compromise on how slim it is, Samsung. So that's a tough, you know, I'm like 50-50 on that one. You know what I mean? I'll take more battery, but I love how slim this is. And I love when I whip this thing out and I put it in my hand and everything. It sounds crazy, but you know, this is the phone that I've been the most enthusiastic about in all 2025, use after use, day after day. It has not worn off. So the innovation and the new era of Z Fold right here is really a big deal. So for those of you who may be looking to finally come into, you know, the Z Fold 7, if you have previous Z Folds, this is one. I'm telling you, go put it in your hand, use it. It's been top tier. Now, here's another area. Like, the cameras are great, or shall we say the camera, the one that they gave us that was top tier. But at the end of the day, I just want to feel like, if it's possible, you know, because again, this is skinny with the big bulkness, but I've always wanted us to put S Ultra caliber cameras on here. It's just to like kind of like put it right there at the S Ultra. Now again, from a business perspective, Samsung may not want to do that. Maybe the Z Fold will start to cannibalize. I don't know what that would do in terms of cost. We know that this is a pricey, you know, device, and with the trend of technology right now, I don't know if we want any more price increases, y'all. None that, you know, come on, you guys, listen, storage, that's another topic for another video. So from a durability and design standpoint, I'm going to show you guys what mine looks like. Now, we got some battle wounds. We got some war wounds out here. A lot of people are always questioning and wondering, especially new users to Z Fold, how durable it is. Well, I'm going to show you something. Take a peek at that. I don't know when. I don't know how. I know that I've dropped this Z Fold sometimes, you know. So at a moment, I've obviously lost a chunk of my Z Fold, but everything's running and everything has kept up like absolutely just fine with this thing. So just to speak to the durability and the usability of this thing, you know, we have that new IP rating this year. So, you know, you got the splash, you got finally some dust. You know, we have a dust number and whatnot, but at the end of the day, this thing is solid. Like, in my opinion, it's built very well. And a lot of people may have thought with it getting slimmer and everything that it would be a lot more fragile, but no, this thing actually got better. The hinge is the best hinge that I've seen on the Z Fold. And I've had every Z Fold since the Z Fold 3. So 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7 has the best hinge. The 7 has the best just build design, dimensions, and quality to me. And it's ironic because it's the slimmest and the lightest of this, you know, lineup, but it's the best one thus far. Trust me when I say that. And just again, I've been using this thing every single day. You guys can look at my screen. I don't have any issues that I notice. And again, I'm like this, bare bones. I don't have a case on this thing. This is how I'm rocking it. I just got a skin on the back, you know, from D-Brand with a little, what can I say, a little texture given to it. And just to separate myself because, you know, I'm going caseless. I don't want to look like every other caseless Z Fold 7 out there. So I separated myself. But outside of that, look, this thing looks great. I mean, what, 6 months later? Not bad. Especially considering the fact that I dropped it multiple times. We're not going to talk about or count how many times. Moving forward into what it's like to use this thing from a screen, you know, delivery perspective. As you guys can see, we have this nice, massive main display right here. And then you have the outer screen, which is more traditional. Now that we've shifted this sizing with the Z Fold 7, this is very much a traditional outer screen. It's wider, it's easier to use. It feels just like I'm using any, you know, glass sandwich candy bar style phone, but with a bonus, and that's this. This is what people get the Z Folds for, and this is what you get out of it. And I'm still rocking Nova Launcher. Yes, I'm gonna rock it until it dies. I know it's low-key RIP, but with a silence for Nova Launcher, but I'm on beta, and I don't know. Someone said if you get beta, they've received updates, so I've been on beta, so I guess I'm gonna just hang in there and whatnot and ride it until the wheels fall off. But this screen right here is what equals what I've loved in running the business and being productive on this device. It's the perfect like orientation for reading documents, contracts, and things like that. My app that I use to organize my business as far as the day-to-day operations, which is Monday.com, looks phenomenal on here. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show you guys, because it's confidential stuff on here. I got like brand deals, and I'll show what I show every time, which is this dated content calendar of a lot of content that's like in the cut, but I haven't been able to get around to it because I've been very busy. Just a little sneak peek of what I've been doing, but running the emails, contacting my business contacts, as far as reading contracts, reading over content briefs. So like, things that I need to read over when I'm doing certain content to hit certain marks and things like that. So just full out productivity beast. That's what this is. And let's not forget, this is one of the best content consumption devices. All social media apps and sizing, all of the optimization for this screen, all of the extras, all of the things that you can do. I can go to YouTube in full, browser mode, not mobile browser mode. This thing is the best for TikTok. Everything's bigger and better as far as Instagram, anything that you consume, videos and so forth. Yes, because of the aspect ratio, when you're looking at video and whatnot, you're gonna get some barring and whatnot. You can zoom in and cut off some content to, if you want the full get down. But at the end of the day, the bars do not, obstruct or become a deal breaker in no way, shape, or form. Let me take a breath, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot to say about the Z Fold 7. I'm trying not to keep y'all here all day. Y'all know how I go. I can talk about the Z Fold 7. Yeah. Mwah. Chef kiss, baby. Battery life. That's going to be one of those topics that everyone wants to know about. I'm terrible at charging my smartphone devices this year. I've been so busy, especially towards the Q4 second end of this year. I've been terrible at charging my devices, meaning I'm usually like, okay, I'm on point. Let me charge them. But boy, I've been running and grinding, and that's a good thing because that means I'm pushing these batteries all the way until down to 5%, to 1%, sometimes nothing every single day. Okay, anyways, I can't find a battery health in here. I thought they had that just like the fruit company, but I guess not. The reality when it comes to battery on this device, what it is, I'm used to. What it takes to recharge it, it would be nice to have super fast, super lightning charging, but it was faster than, what Apple had until recently. Apple, I think the iPhone and this device is on this same, if I'm not mistaken, wattage for fast charging and whatnot, wired. I'm fine with it. I charge it up, I top it up when I need to. If you guys have not seen, I say this every time, my top accessory video, I give you guys a ton of power solutions. The way that you can keep your device going without any issue. I have charging solution in my car. I have charging solution on the go. I have charging solutions at my desk. I have charging solutions for any charging necessity needs and all of those top accessories. I'll put some down in the description below for you guys to grab. But as long as you charge your device as necessary, as long as you keep a track on your battery, if you're being heavy on that day, well, hey, you already know at some point you might need to top it off. I've been satisfied with the battery life. Let me put it to you that way. I'm not wowed. I'm not like, oh, 17 Pro Max battery. Whoa, this is a wow when it comes to battery life. But I'm fine with it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I haven't felt terrible pinpoints. I haven't been like, oh my God, I can't stand this battery, why is it always low and all that stuff? I haven't gotten there. Now, again, like I told you guys, I carry 2 devices, so I'm splitting my usage. Some days it's heavier here. This is more of my communication, speaking to family and my friends, creative friends. That tells you something. All those creative friends out there who you think is just Android only. And this thing mostly is used for business, content consumption, which you already know that's a big percentage, you know what I mean? TikToking and all that stuff. So again, I use this device more than the iPhone. Some days the iPhone is a little bit more heavy. It's more of a communicative day. Is that even a word? If it's more of a if it's more of a talking, yapping day, then all right, okay. But all in all, my battery life on the Z Fold 7 has been satisfactory. Carrying on to the package, the delivery, the platform, baby. Now, we got the new latest One UI. As you guys can see, I do not use One UI as my launcher. I'm a proud and long-term Nova Launcher user. I might have to switch back into One UI because Nova Launcher's on the rocks, like I spoke about earlier. But if you like One UI is clean. You got good lock to add in the customization that you may not get all the way fully in One UI, and it's all one house. It's all Samsung, so that's being delivered there. I love the way that Snapdragon always has a chip catered to the Galaxy devices. Seems like it's a slightly overclocked version of whatever their chip is of the year, which is phenomenal. I like that. And it's obviously being optimized for the components within the Galaxy devices, which just brings that whole conversation. In the past, you used to separate Apple devices because of their optimization and efficiency. And in some ways you still can, but the gap is so close now between, the Snapdragon for Galaxy and the Apple, chips and whatnot. And I think Snapdragon brings some more heat coming and going forward. So we got to see. They're really trying to get into the ARM, race and whatnot. So a lot of good things coming, I feel like, for the future for Galaxy. And right now, the platform, the performance, the GPU, which typically every year etches out the iPhone and whatnot, everything's fire. And for me, using it, I haven't had any issues. No hiccups, no drama. The RAM management is better on the Z Fold 7 than it is on the iPhone. And I'm shocked to say that because typically it used to be like, oh, I used to praise the iPhone for RAM management. Actually, the iPhone, let's be real, the RAM, the capacities, they're just now starting to get closer to what we've been getting over here. But RAM management, being able to open up an app, and it's been like locked in that RAM so long that it's like, hey, we had to log you out because of security, but we still here where you left off. That's, man, the iPhone is not giving me that. I'm getting a lot of app refreshes over there. So a W to the platform on the Snapdragon and Samsung Galaxy N. Now, cameras. We got to talk about cameras. I should have put this up further in the video. I'm sorry. I'm here now. But the cameras on the Z Fold 7. Listen, I don't like to talk. I like to show. Earlier, I went outside because, it gets dark super early. And actually, I went outside right at sunset. It's cloudy, it's cold. And I went out there for you guys. So I'm going to switch to that footage. And then when we come back, we got to talk cameras. So let's go. So the cool thing is right now I'm shooting outside and it's not typical sunlight. And the great thing about that is you get to see this in a more lower light situation. Now, you guys know it gets darker sooner. It's cold and it's cloudy around this time, especially if you live somewhere where you actually get a fall. And that's exactly what I get, is a true fall. So as you guys can see, leaves everywhere. And getting some shots of the 17 Pro Max before I flip it on to me. Just wanted to show you guys some product situations. I'm shooting an AK-30, just a FYI, on the rear camera. Let's check out the front. And like I told you, a low light situation. And this is a great test because I've been using Samsung Log in previous footage, which I'll show you guys as well, in just perfect lighting situations. Right now, as I said, it's more of a low light. This is literally pretty much, sunset? What time is sunset today? Let me check. Sunset is at 4:40 and it's 4:39. So literally, I am losing the sun right now. But we get to see a low light situation with this log footage. This is the front facing camera, mind you. And I'm gonna flip it to the rear and film myself as well. And I get to see myself the same way I do on here because this is the Z Fold 7, which is absolutely goated. All right, the wind is super cold and my ears are freezing already. That's the first thing to get cold on me. It's usually like my nose or my ears. Anyways, I'm shooting in 4K 30 FPS with Samsung Log, the beautiful Log. And this is, again, that same low light sunset with clouds. Again, sunset with clouds is different than actual sunset, and it's cold, and it's probably like 30 or 20 something degrees with the wind blowing, and I'm freezing out here for you guys. But I have to get you guys this footage to show you guys what the Z Fold 7 is working with, because man, oh man, we may not have the full-on like S25 Ultra suite, but we are so close, and it is good enough. This is all that I need to capture high quality. Actually, it's not all that I need. No, Samsung, give me those S Ultra caliber full arrays and whatnot, the full triple S Ultra caliber. But to be honest, I'm trolling, I'm joking, because I don't want the Z Fold 7 to get any thicker. Maybe a little bit for like battery and whatnot, shout out to the dog over there. But outside of that, I like what we got this year. It was really, really, really good. My hands are freezing, my ears are cold. I'm out playing. I don't know if I'll get you guys some photos. We'll see. I'm probably look like I'm cold in these pictures. All right, so you guys got to see the Z Fold 7 cameras in a different scenario. All of my previous scenarios, always bright sunlight, it was good. We were coming from summer into fall. It was perfect timing. Well, now it's fall going into winter and it's cold and it's gray. And you guys got a more, kind of low light test. And I've been using Samsung Log to the max. Samsung Log videos all throughout my videos. I've even shot some branded content using the Samsung device, specifically Samsung Log and everything. Again, this is the point where you as a creator, if you prefer Android, in the past, we've always said, oh, Apple for creating, Apple for photos and videos. Listen, not anymore. Competition is here. Again, I want S Ultra caliber cameras over here. That's the most or the best that they could give me over here that would make me just be like, okay, you guys have done what you've done. Skin tones this year are a lot better. I think you still could go a little bit further, Samsung, but I'm not gonna lie. In many cases, I've seen better skin tones on my Samsung Galaxy camera out the Z Fold 7 and the S25 Ultra than I've seen out of the iPhones as of lately. They got me looking orange and pumpkin-y over there. I don't know, I guess because the orange phone, they want to turn my skin orange consistently. Now they want the phone to match the skin tones that they've been given. Anyways, I digress. Great cameras in the Z Fold 7. You will not be disappointed. Of course, there's areas and room for growth. There always is. Let's wrap this up with user experience because I don't want to keep you guys here all day. Let me dust off my little white desk. I tried to clear the desk just to focus here on the Z Fold 7 only. Usually I got props and things and other things going on. No, we just want to talk about phone of the year. Yes. User experience on the Z Fold 7, the collective. If you guys listen to me, I've been ranting on this thing. I'm talking straight from my heart, straight from my gut. No script, none of that stuff. None of these, typed up, well thought out, type pieces and things like that. Just authentic. I talk to you as I would anyone else if I was speaking to someone and they asked me about it. That's how I want my videos to be. That's how they are. So, user experience. I love this thing. If you can't tell by now, I enjoy this thing, and it's even better than it's ever been. I've been a huge supporter and believer in the Z Fold series, and I've always called out where they needed to go and what would make it better. I did not expect this year. This was like a curveball, and it was a beautiful curveball because this is it. This is where we needed to go, Samsung. So bravo. I got to give you guys a round of applause. I got to give you guys your flowers. That's what I can say as far as the user experience goes. For me, 6 months later, with the Galaxy Z Fold 7, all I'm going to do, if I continue this segment on in user experience, is just glaze this thing even more. Listen, the display, Samsung displays, some of the best displays of the game. We got Samsung performance, some of the best performance in the game. We have one of the best and well-designed photables out of all photables in the game, the best photable software. What more could you want? My name is CJ. I know tech, so you don't have to, even though I know you know everything. You're going to tell me what I didn't say in this video, and that's okay. Hit the comment section down below. Links, all of that. Peace. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys really been supporting me over these years, especially my Samsung Galaxy audience. You guys show up every time. I don't even have to question if you guys are going to pull up when I drop like this. So I really do appreciate that. It's pushing me in the right direction for, Samsung Galaxy content going forward in the future. And it's all owed to you guys, your support, your truth, your community, your engagement and everything. And I respect your community 100,000%. Even though, I still play around in the Apple hemisphere. It's no disrespect. It's all respect for Samsung Galaxy. Actually, there's more respect if I'm going to keep it a buck in these days. And I just wanted to send that out there. Man, again, it's been one of my best years. And I'm looking forward to 2026, so let's keep it rolling. If you're into the Z Fold 7, share your honest and open thoughts about this thing down below so that we can get a better Z Fold next year, and also you could help other people understand how great this phone is.